You spoke briefly about the Eastern European qualifier in the Euro Tour, and it was 3 years ago now, as was the man of the moment, Petritzko. How about that 1-6-1-8? But 3 years ago, when Sedlacek didn't have a tour card and absolutely bossed the Eastern European qualifiers, and if anything, getting his tour card has led to fewer opportunities.
Yeah, one of those situations where players have actually performed better as non-tour card holders than when they've been on the tour, and he's not the only one. Stays straight, it's down to 130, but Jermaine Watermaner once again on a finish after 12 darts. Takes it out.
Second leg, Jermaine Watermaner. .52.
A happy accident for Sedlacek to leave the 170. He might need to go for it. Well, had Watermaner filled that up, he'd have been down to 142 and a finish.
.96.
Chips it down to 74. Watermaner looking for a big response. That's not a great start. Not a particularly good middle and end either. So Sedlacek, you think we'll have time to tidy this up. Nice save 20 for double top.
54. Jermaine
lower than the first start.
147.
But he will come back.
115.
Nice setup there from Jermaine Watermaner to leave double 16. It's the worst leg of the match, this. And it's a 16 darter.
Carol Sedlacek, fifth leg Jermaine.
Not tempted to move across to try and thread a couple of darts through the gap. Oh, he goes to the bull, back down for treble 19.
101.
Yeah, I like it. Still got the third dart in your hand to tidy things up, whether you hit the 25 or the bull.
78.
Ooh, treble 19. Well, that's a mistake.
38.
And Karol Sedlacek's just taken out 80.
84.
Can he take out 84? The 14s. He'll get one at the bull. He was close last time. He's not close this time.
Jermaine, you require 40.
Watermaner may get away with this, or he may not. Double 5.
30.
They were not good darts. None of them were particularly close to the target or kissing the wire. Unconvincing from the machine gun. And Sedlacek is looking to take the lead for the first time in this match. Now shuffles across, double 16. Sedlacek gets his nose in front. Petritzko loves it.
And Karol Sedlacek has been finishing well enough to punish him.
97. .81. 100.
Could have brought the bullseye into play with the last dart. One of those slightly tricky finishes in that range.
140.
Yeah, I think that was a good option, but you're never sure how to feel about the markers. That looks a good marker. Double 7. Oh, it's a beautiful 1-2-2. Jermaine Watermaner, signs of life from the machine gun.
60.
I think there's only about 5 Czech guys here, and they made up a large proportion of the noise this afternoon when we only had a few hundred fans.
59.
They're still doing so, even though the crowd is much larger. And this time, they've really got something to shout about. Because while Watermaner is down to a finish, Sedlacek is down to a better one. He's got the darts.
100.
That's okay. Leave single to double. And Watermaner will not take out 164. The machine gun could be facing an early exit here.
Cavalier require 52.
This would go down as a shock. Not a huge one, but Sedlacek was the underdog, and he's got match darts. And he takes his chance, and Karel Sedlacek, who was a spectator for the first couple of legs of this, really clicked into gear to level, and then Jermaine Watermaner couldn't stop him running away with it. A 6-4 victory for Evil Charlie, who picks up his first win on the Euro Tour this year. The machine gun is down. Sedlacek will face Danny Nopper in the second round tomorrow.
And I was actually underplaying Ratajski's schedule because he's going to be playing in the next 4 Euro Tours. The one in Graz, ET5, because there were quite a few withdrawals from the Order of Merit and Pro Tour. It's bumped up a few players. Ratajski's one of them, so he has got a busy few weeks ahead.
Certainly has. You feel it's a key part of the season, certainly for those players that have got ambitions to feature in the match play and in main events later on in the season. But despite being on the wrong end of a 180 on the opening visit, Ratajski is putting the pressure back on Petritzko.
137.
And this
Ricardo, you require
120 might just have to go for Ricardo. Needs a treble. Not going to find it. So Christoph is going to get a chance to break in the opening leg of the match.
50.
Single 18 for double 16, the likely route. When Ratajski is firing, he hits double 16 more often than not, and that was plumb. A very good sign for the Polish Eagle. He can tell all his mates he witnessed a 26 darter between Pikachu and the Polish Eagle.
His mates won't believe it.
140.
Looks in the mood, doesn't he, Petritzko? His first 9 average, 115. So he's throwing, as you said, his scoring phase has been pretty good.
100. Ricardo, you require 81.
Possible 11 dart leg. Oh, now it's on. 2 12s. Nicely played. 3-1. And Petritzko takes a big step forward towards round 2. Look at that. 26, 15 and 11. Talk about a mixed bag. Some valuable prize money and some big titles to be collected. Ratajski needs to try and break back ASAP.
86.
Decent last start. But Ratajski get a treble here. No, he can't.
60.
That wasn't a great visit, was it?
No, none of those darts were particularly close to troubling the treble. This for 4-1. Single 18. Leaves double top. Ricardo Petritzko is firmly in control, and quite incredibly.
Not out of the leg yet, but he's running out of time, Christoph. Pikachu just working out his best route. Decides 98. To go straight at it and hits it. That's a really big dart for him.
Well, that first dart kills any hope of leaving a finish.
85. Ricardo,
2 treble 20s would have left 159. So Pikachu has got options. Could go the 18s route. Instead decides to stay on the 20s.
$96.
Well, that was an interesting dart, wasn't it? He was edging his bets there, but in a safe way. Not a bad visit, Ratajski, but is it too little, too late?
48.
Clinical again. Take out the madness of that second leg, and Petritzko's been pretty good on the outer ring. But even despite that, Max, it's going to be Pikachu who's down to a finish first.
Ricardo, you require 100.
Well, this to win it, and to win it in style. Now it's about the layup. Can Ratajski summon up the big fish to stay alive in Riesa?
He might. It's not going to go, and Ricardo Petritzko 66 points away from a place in round 2 in a meeting with Ross Smith. Spoilt for choice with options on 66, as Ratajski is with 72 if he comes back. Double 4.
58.
Match start missed.
Christoph, you require 72.
Well, this is it to stay in it. Single. So another one of those. Will he double 16 to stay in the International Darts
40.
Open, and he's dragged that wide of the target, and that might be it for Ratajski. Petritzko steps in then. The first double took some finding, but since then he's been bang on target, and Ricardo Petritzko wins the battle of 2 former European Tour winners.
Raymond van Barneveld in the first sort of, I think it's 8 European Tour events where he, or half a dozen, I think, he made the quarterfinal stages in 4 or 5 of them.
95.
He hasn't made 4 or 5 quarterfinals since. And that's well over a decade.
Yeah. Nice cover shooting there. Oh, that is a good visit. So Barney's going to get a chance at 1-2-1 for the opening leg. Treble 17. Gets it. Bullseye for the 1-2-1 and a break of throw. Couldn't have been much closer.
Patrick, you require 65.
25 and tops. There are other routes. But that's the 25. Double 10. He's got a leg. He's got a leg on the Euro Tour, and he's got it against Barney as well.
Second leg, Raymond through first.
Well, you assured us this afternoon there was going to be a big crowd tonight, and there is a big crowd. They're in plenty.
Raymond, you require 140.
Of good spirits. They're enjoying the night, and the weekend here in Riesa is sure to be a cracker. Barney's making a bit of a meal of this.
40.
Only 40. Another little man enjoying the darts. They bring them up properly here in Germany. Teach them at a young age. Get to the darts, my boy.
100.
Good last start.
You require 100.
He's having a think. What's the route? Yeah, try to come into the right-hand side of that. You can see how that first dart was covering a lot of the left-hand side of the treble 20. This has to be perfect, but if it is, it's 2-0 with a break. It's a perfect start. And a perfect second dart. Oh, Patrick Klingelhofer. There's actual Patrick Klingelhofer merch in the crowd there. That banana was wearing a Klingelhofer t-shirt. I'm pretty sure of it. Yes, yes. That is a thing. We live in a universe where Patrick Klingelhofer darts merchandise exists.
Now, are they incredibly early or are they incredibly late?
I don't know. Swiss Phil RMC appear to be trying to sell scarves in April earlier on, so maybe we're on a different calendar over here. 180 number 2 for Raymond van Barneveld.
I've been on his works too, Santa.
140.
Possibly. Come to the dance.
143.
143's on.
Come and get the treble 17.
120.
But he's done it again. 4 visits to the board. He's sat on a double, and he is going to boss this game if he keeps on doing it.
Use of the ball's been good.
140.
Down to double 8.
16.
For a 3-1 lead. No, it's not in, Barney. You'll have to have another go. There you go.
On the fourth leg,
3-1 it is, and that double 12 now is just looking more and more costly as we go on.
Game.
Looks like he's going out early here. Or is he?
180.
Well, if he is going out, he's got a leg and he's got a max as well. And he's got the experience of playing Raymond van Barneveld on the big stage. But he might also have the experience of Raymond van Barneveld winning the match with a 170.
Yeah. Well, at least he'll get a good view of it. Can Barney? Well, to be fair, Barney's hitting the ball for fun in the layups. Can he do it when it matters? We'll need 2 treble 20s first to win it in style. Can't lay the second treble that leaves it. Look at that. Again, after 12 darts, he sat on a double. Well, 144, he got to the double last time.
Not going to happen this time around. But Raymond van Barneveld take this out in 1 or 2 darts, and this would be the highest winning average he's had on the Euro Tour for nearly a decade. It has been that good a display from Raymond van Barneveld. Can he close it out? Over to double 9. He does close it out. It is a sparkling display by Raymond van Barneveld. Patrick Klingelhofer, it was an improvement on his Euro Tour debut last year. He got a leg, but most importantly, he played far, far better.
For a player who, in the first year of his tour card, was very impressive in 2024, looks well on course to keep it for next year at least.
Well, I mean, he's number 65 in the world, isn't he? He's got to be in the top 64. So, yeah, he's looking all right.
137. Michael Call 164.
It is neck and neck. Michael Smith can't follow the first treble 19.
96.
Thibaut Tricole, will it be the same route, or does he look at the 20s first? I think he's looking up. Things are looking up. Ooh.
132. Michael Call 68.
Double 10.
58.
They were not good darts, and Thibaut Tricole with a chance
32.
for another 13-darter, ending on double 16, and he takes it.
On the third leg.
And that is what you see from Thibaut Tricole when he's playing at his best. He's not a massive power scorer. It's quite a sobering experience for Thibaut, making his debut at Ali Pali. Beat Joe Comito in the very first game of the tournament, and then, well, a phrase you've mentioned already, properly ironed out by Luke Humphries. Even though Cullen wasn't at his best, won all 9 legs in that game. Therein lies a lesson.
Yeah, that was a proper to nil.
96.
No finish, 162. Bullseye, maybe? Yeah, like it. The 25 leaves a 2-darter.
164. .96. Michael Cole,
Unable to follow that first dart. Double 18. Oh, and he misses the 18 segment entirely.
37.
It's gone scruffy from Michael Smith after a good opening leg. And he's in danger of trailing 4-1. Double 4 for Thibaut Tricole. Takes a pause. Thibaut Tricole is 2 legs away from becoming the first Frenchman to ever win a game on the European Tour stage.
Just struggling to find the trebles a little, Thibaut now. And Michael Smith has found all 3 there, a second maximum. Both in this match have come from Michael Smith.
140. Michael Cole 121.
Great response from Tricole.
25.
Well, that's a proper mess.
104.
25 is what you should be leaving after that. You missed the ball, of course. Now, double 16. Is he thinking about it? Well, if he is, he's thinking clearly, because Thibaut Tricole is now 5-1 up, and Michael Smith will probably be panicking.
5 out of 8 on the doubles for Thibaut Tricole.
Michael Smith might be about to encounter a very good spell. 180s in 3 successive legs.
60, Michael Qual 161.
Stay there.
99.
Well, I thought maybe he might look at the bullseye to leave single to double, as it is. He may only get 1 dart at double when he returns, and where is Thibaut going to be? Not as close as he would have liked.
77, Michael Qual 62.
Double top. Break of throw for Michael Smith.
Michael Smith.
Exactly what he required.
He may have given himself too much to do, Michael Smith. Because Thibaut is closing in. Excellent leg of darts on a 2-darter after 3 visits. A little bit of history awaits for Thibaut Tricole. We said he's likely to be the first Frenchman to win on the European Tour. We've never seen it before, but he might be doing it now. Not yet, he isn't. Match darts missed by Thibaut Tricole. Michael Smith, all he can do is hit and hope.
96, Thibaut Qual 36.
Even that might not be enough. Double 18. Thibaut Tricole with a touch of history on the European Tour. He is the first Frenchman to ever record a victory, and it was a really good performance, particularly on the doubles. More than half of them went in the requisite target. For Michael Smith, it is more early season disappointment. For Thibaut Tricole, we say one thing: très bien.
Yeah, Springer, up and coming, is really catching the eye of late. Good to see Dirk back in form. And speaking of form, this is a perfect start to the opening leg. Well, he had the crowd eating out of the palm of his hand with his walk-on. Are his darts going to have the same effect here?
You require 141.
What a way to start this could be. Springer is there with a 170. And he will come back. It was only very recently that Dirk van Duijvenbode, after years and years of toiling and plodding away and missing the 9th dart, finally hit a 9-darter. This would be a stinger from Springer, but it's not going to go.
It's going to be pretty handy though, isn't it? All of a sudden Dirk, who was on the 9, is in danger of losing the leg. Springer waiting on double 18. Will it be tops? No, he's going down for treble 16 and he's a mile away, truth be told. So that's a disappointing visit. So Springer held his nerve. Can he now hit the double? Yes, he can. Impressive start from Springer. Holds strong. That period of uncertainty, but I do think he's on the way back, Dirk. But this fella, we say it a lot, don't we, when we see the draw for these tournaments. He is now, quite frankly, the one you want to avoid, Nico Springer. He's certainly on that list. And after 9 against the throw, he's down to a finish. Impressive
96.
stuff.
Nico, you require 91.
Starts on treble 17, hits it first dart, double top.
51.
Missed opportunities for a break of throw.
I think it's an area of his game he would want to improve. Oh, nice. Now needs tops. And gets it. Dirk hits back in style after Springer missed 2 darts to win the leg. And we're on throw.
Well, that was a shot fraught with risk. But Dirk van Duijvenbode. Look at the final round match that Nico Springer had in qualifying for this tournament. A 6-2 win against Connor Scott, averaging north of 113.
94. Nico, you require.
He's taken to talk hard life like a duck to water.
And that raised his own eyebrows there. He's managed to tidy it up though, to leave it very handy, and Dirk all of a sudden, what looked like a promising opportunity. Well, it's still, that's a good first start. Oh, he'll be furious with that. Over-adjusted.
Nico, you require 28.
Decided just to pile in the treble 20. Oh, It's the wrong double. Leaves double three. Now, Dirk, you left it, you hit it. Don't often see checkouts of 23.
No. Double 8, though. Well done, Dirk. And it's another break. And Nico will be furious with himself there. He created the opportunity, couldn't take it. But I go back to those 3 missed starts in leg 5 when he could and should have gone in front, and now he finds himself chasing the game. Again, Dirk. A little bit erratic there.
$134.
A Dirk fan. If he carries that in his pocket everywhere he goes.
90.
If he doesn't,
Nico,
he should.
47.
Double 16. Nico Springer gets back right into this one.
2 good visits from Dirk, and all of a sudden Springer has got his hands full here.
92.
Had to make that last start to get the big fish, and did. Magical from Dirk.
Nico, you require
Possible 10-darter to wrap it up, unless Springer can reel in the big one.
There's one. Oh, it's clipped off the first barrel. It scuppers the chance, and Dirk van Duijvenbode will return to potentially win the match.
I think even Dirk was disappointed it hadn't gone in.
16.
Double 8 then to win a cracker in fine style. That was a wild first attempt, and that's even worse. Dirk feeling the heat here in Riesa. But he gets it with a final dart, and Dirk van Duijvenbode, averaging in excess of 101, has seen off Nico Springer. Virtually identical averages, but those missed darts in leg 5 really were a turning point.
No wonder he was the #1 in Europe. He went to the European Championship as the top seed, which, to be fair, doesn't always go well. Didn't go well for Martin.
I think he ran out of steam at the end of last year. I remember, I think we spoke to him in Prague. I just think mentally, the emotion of winning those events and competing in the latter part of a lot of it, I just think he ran out of gas, if I'm honest.
164.
Oh, he has to follow. And he doesn't. That's surprising. Just group those darts together so well. He gets the next best prize, but Thomas Lovely will have a chance to break straight back.
He will. And that's a great first start. Can he follow it in with a double? He does.
Second leg,
Thomas Lovely hits straight back.
Third leg, Thomas to throw first.
More than up for this challenge.
Yeah, and as you've already said, the winner straight through to the last 16 as Schindler looks to fill up the 19s and does to leave a 2-darter.
171.
But Michael Smith has been extracted from this section of the draw as well. Thibaut Tricole, or the obviously erratic Dimitri Vandenberg. He might be brilliant, he might not. Schindler might be the favourite to get through to the quarters.
Yeah. Tops he needs.
Yeah, on the third
Another break of throw.
Martin Schindler.
Much to the delight of the home fans. You mentioned Dimitri might be great, he might be not. That might be in the same leg, Dan. Thomas Lovely may well win this match, but he may need to be perfect to win this leg. Because hang on, we are in for a possible 9-darter. We might be in for both of them. Here we go. Oh, he bounced out. He bounced out. How unlucky for Lovely. But Schindler is on the 9.
141.
He hit one in Budapest last year. He is not going to add to his tally. But importantly, Thomas Lovely, 60 points on the floor. It looked like it was destined. He could have been on the 9 himself. Take out the 141. Why not? No, he's not going to do that.
You wonder if Schindler's set up here.
45.
And that bounce out for Lovely is just taking a bit of the wind out of his sails. Double 18 becomes double 9. Well, that was a safe dart. And that was not a very good one at all. So Lovely will get a look at the 156.
Well, if you're going to miss the double 9, that's not a bad miss from Martin Schindler. Because at least he's coming back with 3 darts in his hand looking at double 2. He could have been coming back looking at 9.
Martin, you require 4.
Well, it could have been a 10.
Instead
it's a 13.
Martin Schindler.
A little bit of emotion from the diminutive German.
He felt it was a missed opportunity. He did not miss his opportunity the following year. And he has not missed many opportunities tonight. Look at this. When you score like that, you're going to get opportunities. 5 180s for Martin Schindler in this game.
Yeah, and a 171.
59.
He's played some majestic darts. Still got a couple of crackers to come tonight as well.
57.
Mike De Decker in action against Daniel Klose. Joe Cullen, Rob Owen. Well, Thomas Lovely's not done a great deal wrong. He missed the dart in the opening leg and he missed the dart in the last leg. Other than that, he's been overpowered by this fellow who's looking to end it in style. Oh, is he going to end it in style? The width of a wire away for Schindler, but he'll be back for double 8 for the match.
Yeah, Thomas Lovely has battled gamely in this. But you're right, he's been overpowered, not by much, but the scoring has been brilliant. The finishing has been a little bit better. And Martin Schindler to kick off the title defence. And power pass Lovely. The defending champion is through to the final day of the International Darts Open. He wins his opener, gets a bye through round 2, and the Wall has a chance to defend the title here in Riesa. You need to win enough games to get to Minor, the Players' Championship finals. You need to win enough games to get to the World Championship. You do both of those, you're in the UK Open anyway as a tour card holder. You're going to have a real chance of keeping your card at the end of your 2-year spell. Klose did make the Players' Championship finals in his first year, courtesy of that run to a final in a Pro Tour event, but he never made the Worlds. Didn't in the second year, he didn't make Minehead or the Worlds. And look, you're not going to keep your tour card in those instances unless you go and do something mad, like reach the semi-final of the UK Open, or which Adam Gavlas, he did that, and it preserved his status for a little while. That's no real help to him.
28.
Daniel Klose will get a look at the 91.
It's now 89. Which is now not a finish.
75.
Leaves double 8. Number that Mike De Decker requires. Now double 4. Don't want to be chasing this early on.
12.
But that's exactly what De Decker's done.
16. Games on the first leg, Daniel Klose.
First blood to the host nation qualifier. Particularly with the way the Belgian media are now all over darts in a way that they never were.
And particularly as De Decker is a player who's not shy in voicing his own opinion.
Oh, he's got stuff to say. Good on him. Interesting.
Hashtag content. He's looking to put a flake in it, as they say here, to go 3-2 up. Under pressure from Klose, 2 tops.
39.
Oh dear. That's so careless.
45.
I think he's just thrown at that first dart and it's gone sailing past it. Daniel Klose just having a little think about what to do. Double 16 is what he wants. If he gets it, he leads this game.
29. Mike requires 60.
We all thought the same, Mike. Has to burn a dart, and it's quite an awkward one, the way that his darts stand up. Probably a good thing that he can now go clearly at double 10 and gets it. If Mike De Decker emerges with the win, you can file this under, you got away with it, son.
Well, he did get away with it against Thomas Lovely in his opening game in Belgium. We saw what happened then. It is no longer about averages, it's no longer about performance levels, it's about getting the win. He set it up well from 170 again. Not as well.
Oh, 135. Daniel requires 78.
Denied a first 180 as Klose eyes up treble 18 to start the combination. Got further away with the second dart.
75.
18. Double top for 5-3. Mike De Decker. The only difference between these two is the odd dart at double. Mike De Decker is 5 out of 13. Daniel Klose is 3 out of 12. So many of these legs, they've both had darts to win them, and Mike De Decker is marginally better. Did he hit? How many 180s does he hit?
You can make a long montage of 146 start shots from Mike De Decker in that Grand Prix, particularly in the final. But he's on a potential 11 darter, kind of out of nothing.
140.
Daniel Klose is on a potential 4-visit leg as well. Mike De Decker to close this one out. This has been hard work, and he's not going to finish it just yet. This would not be the time to accidentally hit a treble 20.
58.
He doesn't.
Daniel 121.
Might need the bullseye to save himself. Treble 17. It's there. And Daniel Klose pushed the button.
76.
Not even close.
I require 40.
Well, that one is not going to go down on Mike De Decker's CV as a high point on the European Tour, but he has found a way to win it, averaging below 90. He was let off on a number of occasions there by Daniel Klose, who could not get quite close enough to the Grand Prix champion. It is Mike De Decker who is going to have to be so much better in round 2 when he takes on the man who has made this arena his stomping ground over the years, the Iceman Gerwyn Price.
Any player had a bigger roller coaster of emotions during the World Championship last year. Rob Owen wins a game, thinks he's saved his tour card, turns out he hasn't. Wins another game, thinks he's saved his tour card, turns out he hasn't. Had to have a deep run to secure his tour privileges, but he did do that, and now he can look to build upon it.
Yeah, he can.
45.
He's up against it here, Cullen, with that good visit. Down to 135, and he's in the red bit as well. Right, options now. Can't find the treble, but he knows he'll be back.
95.
So he'll leave himself on tops, and Rob Owen in a spot of bother here.
$123.
Tops left then for an early break of throw for Cullen. Needs to go about an inch south, and he does exactly that.
Joe Cullen.
Good start for the rock star.
Second leg, it's Joe to throw first.
Whereas I think, you know, with Rob, you're going to get a certain level. This is more like it from Cullen.
180.
The operatic tones of Franz Engerer calling in Cullen's first 180 of the match.
60.
Sounds like you could hold a good tune, Franz. There's another Joe Cullen shirt. Is there a Joe Cullen double 16? Yes, there is. Another break of throw. Just like that, one big visit, and all of a sudden the game turns again. Get this for a camera angle.
180.
Well, I was listening to Hugh Ware's podcast when he had Kurt Bevans on, the referee, and they were talking about having your own unique calling style. I think it's fair to say our friend Franz has nailed that particular aspect.
I think he's got a job for life.
59. $58. Robbie across 68.
To get back within one. tops he needs. Couldn't have been any closer, could he? The little fish. King looked a bit tired there, didn't he? Must have been a long day at the darts. Bullseye needed for a 4-1 lead.
97. Rob, you acquire 40.
Well, that dart missed at tops was only Rob Owen's second at double in the entire match. That's number 3. How does he get this through?
No
Turns
score.
out he can't.
Joey acquire 33.
It's for 4-1.
Game shot.
Nails it. Well, Joe Cullen might not be hitting the heights that we know he can hit, but crucially he's putting legs on the board here.
And a 1-7-1.
This is a good leg.
31.
Left the 130 again, missed the ball for it last time. These could be Robert Owen's final 3 darts.
140.
130 for the match then for Joe Cullen. Oh, it's not going to go. Now he's got to make sure he leaves something reasonable now. Oh, good last start.
78.
All the pressure on Owen.
97.
Double 12.
85.
That might be that.
Joey
It's not been
52.
vintage Joe Cullen. But double 16 means he progresses to round 2 to face Nathan Aspinall. Well, neither player got going, but Joe Cullen bought enough opportunities for himself as the game wore on. There were good patches, there were some good scoring visits. Yes, he is going to have to lift his game if he is to beat Aspinall, the man who won the last European Tour in Göttingen. But Joe Cullen has got his campaign underway. He wants to reclaim this title he won 5 years ago, and he's made a good start, beating Robert Owen 6-1.